So I've gotten an email, and the person would like to know what great leaders have in common. So I want to take a couple of minutes and direct some of my insight, hopefully it's of some use, to this question and this phenomena that I often see about how everyone would just like to know what the qualities are or what makes great people great, in the hopes that all they would need to do is replicate those things and that they too would be in that position. And it couldn't be farther from the truth. In fact, when you look into great leaders, what you find is they have very little in common. So I want to bust this myth that there is a formula or a set of um, great qualities that all you need to do is have them, and then it all turns out for you too. And no matter what it is you're doing, whether it's in business, relationships, anything in life. Because when you delve into this, you see that's not true at all. In fact, if you look into Martin Luther's life, it'll be completely different than Margaret Thatcher's life, than Richard Branson's life, than Oprah's life, than Gandhi's life. They're all completely different. Some of them are great orators, some of them are not. Some of them are charismatic, others are quiet as a mouse. So there is nothing they have in common. And I think that is the first thing to begin to get your head around, so that we stop being deluded about trying to reach some goal of greatness, whether it's in your business or anything else, and that what's missing are these certain aspects, and that what you have to do is go get them. And then, of course, it's just the four easy steps you need to take, and then you reach the top of the pinnacle. Just do exactly what Bill Gates did, and you'll end up with what Bill Gates has. No, you won't. There's a lot more to it than that. Timing, all kinds of things, cultures, situations, opportunity, karma, all kinds of things that have to be in place before something like that takes place. I mean, that isn't even leadership. If you look at it, when the conditions are appropriate, things tend to manifest in your life. That's not leadership, that's life. That's the nature of reality. When a plant grows, it's because the condition is perfect. When the sun comes out, when it rains, all of it is due to the fact that the universal conditions are appropriate for that to take place. That's not leadership, but that's going on with all of us as well. So let's just forget leadership for a second. You'll end up where you'll end up based on how you contribute to the conditions of your life. And I'm sure there's other factors we don't even know about that are in there too. So this conversation about great leaders have what in common, I'm going to say they have nothing in common. And from there, you can begin to view what will get you to where you want to get to in a different way. Because you don't have to be a great leader to run a company. There's a lot of people running companies that aren't great leaders, that are disastrous. You don't have to be a great orator to be the CEO of an organization. Lots of people don't, or aren't, I should say. So I just want to bust this myth. I want to break this down in a way that you can begin to see, you know what, here I am chasing this formulaic pathway, trying to improve my lot in life, trying to climb the corporate food chain or whatever else it is you're trying to do, by following these diluted suggestions of everybody that's trying to sell what it is they've got, their wares. And we know, like, there's a million books and a million courses and a million everything else out there. And every one of them have got the magic bullet, the silver bullet, that will tell you for $29.95, all you have to do is this and you get that. God, if it was that, if all I had to do was do what Bill Gates did, then I would be in that position, and so would everybody else. But why are we not all in that position? Do you see what I'm saying? No, it doesn't work like that. If I just model that guy, it doesn't mean I end up with that guy. Could end up in a worse situation, which is another aspect of it. Everybody thinks you get this and it's just going to improve everything because I bought the course, I followed the formula. Next thing you know, you're divorced. So there is no kind of linear formula, 12 steps, 6 step, 9 step, whatever step, that all you need to do is work that and you end up there. Now, if you're baking a cake, that's different. Great chefs are great at formulas, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about how to produce extraordinary results in someone's life. And how do you get there? Well, you know what? There is no path to there. The path of no path is the path. How's that? I think that's an old Zen saying. There is no formula to there. Most highly successful people I have met never thought they would ever get there, and it wasn't something they were planning on. They suddenly found themselves there. Great musicians, great artists, great business people, fantastic government leaders. Many of them had never planned on that. Some do, but many don't, which is even more evidence that there's not a formula. So, no answer, no quick fix, no 3 easy steps to, just some insight to begin to free you up, hopefully, from the delusion of thinking that there's a formula for any of it. So great leaders have nothing in common. See you on the next one.